Hi all, this is the video tutorial to show you how to add elements to Sutori for your digital annotated bibliography project. So here I am on the Sutori platform, and this is the sample bibliography that I have provided to you. A quick note, my bibliography looks a little bit different than yours will, just because this came from a paper that I actually wrote. So the sources are just sources that I pulled from my actual works cited, and so they're a little more cohesive than yours will probably be, because you're going to start with your sources and not actually write the paper, but you are still going to build your bibliography in the same way. So that's why I'm using it as an example. So starting from the top of the Sutori, you can see here this banner image is just the default that the platform provided to me, but I want to choose an image that is more relevant to my particular research topic. So if I click into the banner and I see these little dots, then I have this edit option. And you can see you can sort through what Sutori provides, but I think your best bet is actually going to be to use this link feature. So to find an image, I went out to Google and I searched Robston header, and then I filtered by images. And I used the word header instead of banner because I know that that is the word that the fandom uses, and so that is likely to improve my search results. So you can see there are all of these different header or banner options available. And as I'm scrolling through and browsing, I find this one, which is interesting to me. And so I'm actually going to go to the source. And now as I go to the source, I can see there are a few different banner options. And I like this one. So I want to get the link to it. So I'm going to open the image in a new tab. And now you can see it's just the image itself. And I'm going to use this URL. So I'm going to copy the link up here and go back to my Sutori and then paste the link in. And there's something off about the link. It's not finding the image. It's probably something to do with the way the image is hosted on LiveJournal. So that's okay. I could either go back to Google and find a different image, or I could try another way of using this one. So that's what I'm going to do. So now instead of open image in new tab, I'm going to save image as. And I'm going to call it Robston header. I'm saving it to my desktop, saving it as an image. Now, when I go back to Sutori, instead of using the link option, I'm going to use the device option. This is what's going to allow me to upload. So if I select Browse, and I go into Recents, or Downloads, I should see Robston header. There it is. And then I'm going to select Open. And now is uploaded the image. Now I'm going to drag it into place so I get the part of the image that I want to be featured. And then I'm going to go ahead and save. And now it's uploading the image. So that took a little bit of time to try the link and then download the image, because I was sort of talking it through, but truthfully, realizing the link doesn't work and then downloading and uploading the image only takes a few seconds. Now, the other option that the Sutori banner gives you is to add image credits, and this is important. So I'm going to go back to where I found the image and copy the link to that, and then go into Sutori, and here where it says add caption or image credits, I'm going to say image via, and then paste in the link. So now I have provided attribution for where I got this image. And I believe if I click away, now it's saved. So that's how you're going to add a banner. To add your title, you can see that if you just click in with your cursor, you can type. So here you can make your title whatever you want. Similarly, for the description of your story, if you click your cursor into place, you can type. So if I wanted to add a date, for example, 2008 to 2013, you can see you also have a little bit of customization over what your text looks like here. So if you want to bold things, if you want to italicize things, if you wanted to make a list, all of that's possible. And then when you click away, it saves. And one of the really nice things about Sutori is that everything auto-saves. So now you're actually going to add some elements. So Sutori is organized as a timeline. And if you click into the line, you'll see this blue plus sign. And if you click that, then you have all of these options. So the first thing that I started with was a heading. That's how I got this digital annotated bibliography. But if I wanted to sort of name the location of my source, I could put Live Journal, for example. And then when I click away, it's now created this heading. You also have text options. So if you just wanted to type a paragraph of information, you could type like you normally would in any other word processing program. And you can see, again, you have some customization over the text. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this by clicking on the trash can. Yes, I'm sure. The feature that we are primarily going to use to add our sources is this link option. So when you click on link, then you have ways to add media and websites. So for example, I used a YouTube video as one of my sources. So if I go out to YouTube and I copy the link to the video, then if I go back to Sutori where I have this link box, I'm going to paste in the video. And you can see that it embeds the video itself. And then this is where I would start to enter my citation, which we are going to cover in Module 5, and my annotation, which we are going to cover in Module 4. So I would want to put the username of the video creator, and then the title of the video, and where I got it from. So general citation information. And then if I return, I would start to enter my annotation. And you can either copy and then paste your text into this box, or you can just free type. So this video is about the couple, and then this is where I would continue to add my annotation. And then when I click away, it saves it. So you can also do this with websites. If, for example, I wanted to use a LiveJournal site, which I did in my bibliography, I would just copy the URL. I would come over to this link option. And now you can see it embeds the site. And the nice thing about a digital annotated bibliography is that it's actually embedding your sources. So when I click into this box, it takes me directly to the source. Similarly, this article that I used, it has embedded the actual website. So when I click into it, it takes me to the full article. One of the things I like about Sutori is that you can embed Twitter accounts or feeds and they update in real time. So here I just went out to Twitter, I searched Robston as my keyword. These are my search results. I clicked on this account and it took me to the actual Twitter account, and then I would want to copy this link, go into my Sutori, and you can see it's the actual Twitter account, and it will continue to update in real time as the account tweets. So if you wanted to use a Twitter account or a tweet as a source, Sutori makes that really easy. For books, you can see I included a couple books. I have found the best way to add a book is to use its Goodreads link, emotion, and communities. Here is this book on Goodreads. Again, you copy the link, you go back to Sutori, you paste it in place, and it does this really nice embed with the Goodreads link, the cover of the book, the title, the start of a description. I've experimented with embedding books from the publisher website, from Amazon, and from Goodreads, and I found that Goodreads does sort of the nicest, cleanest embed. If you want to change how the sources are appearing in your timeline, so for example, some of these are long and skinny, and then some of these are taking up more space. If you click into the source itself, where it has this little expand option, that is what creates a bigger entry in your bibliography. And then if you select reduce, it goes to long and skinny again. It goes to portrait mode. So links and free text are primarily what you're going to use. You can see you can embed videos. You can embed links to podcasts. The audio file itself is a little bit trickier. I have also embedded PDFs. We'll go over that next week when we're looking at scholarly articles. And then finally, down here is where you're going to add your potential thesis statement. So again, if you use your cursor and click into the box, it's going to give you an option to type and then you have a little bit of control over what the text looks like. And if you click away, you can see it's going to save the text here. So those are the main things you're going to do with your Sutori. Adding links and text are pretty easy. That's one of the reasons I chose this platform. And then you're going to add a banner image and a title and a thesis at the bottom. If you have any questions, of course, you can always contact me or post in our Q&A thread. Thanks.